Nerd Soul.
All right, so I'm gonna go on and let y'all know the next one we're gonna talk about. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Before I get started, yeah, you better believe it. Thumbs up.
Yes.
Thumbs up, y'all. You better believe that. Yeah, you thought y'all was gonna get out of here without a thumbs up on that? I have no notes. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna kick it.
It was perfect. Didn't have to make sense, but it was perfect. No,
I'll throw it to Jason. How you feeling about Falcon, man? Or sorry, Captain America now.
That man, one of your people, Jason. That's one of your people. All right.
Oh yeah.
2 thumbs down.
Oh.
Y'all can't take my call for it, but let me run it to you. The propane tank ain't getting it for Jay. No. He let racist Captain America slide on through like he was Sonic or something. Like, no. That speech at the end, oh no. Carl Wembley told him, I do not want these white folk to put me up in no museum. That is ridiculous. And what do he do at the end? Let me put you in a museum. You in the Captain America museum.
Yo, man.
That fake symbolism is not what he was about. But of course, Sam is all about fake symbolism because he get on TV and do a All Lives Matter speech at the end. Oh no, up, down, baby. My favorite character in the show, Flag Smasher. That's my favorite character. She should have been, okay, she's in prison, but they're having talks. She's bringing him more around to her way of New World Order talk. I'm with that. Because he is so on the side of simping for Captain America and all this. He's such a simp to Steve. And he don't want the shield that Steve gave him. I can't live up to that. Get out of here. Ridiculous.
It feels like somebody else's.
Man. He did all that. He did a whole montage in episode 6. And he was training, and he was throwing a shield and breaking up the trees and all that. And then he got in front of Batroc, and Batroc kicked him through a window.
Oh man!
Yo, man. Like, all right. So I'm gonna give this a quarter thumb. It's pointing down. It's pointing down.
I do not like the power broker thing either. That was dumb. Sorry.
That was legitimately, again, Fugazi stuff. That was Fugazi right there.
They just needed to bring in Elaine real quick. They just had to figure out a way to bring Elaine in, and then like keep Cap's old girl. But all right, so okay, this movie is about a black man, but this show is about a black man.
Did we change already?
Sorry, this show is about a black man, but unfortunately, unlike T'Challa, which has been taken from us.
You like this one? Stick around.
Yep, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so peep this. All right, so unlike T'Challa, who was taken away from us, that had his own agency, could tell anyone he wanted to know whenever he felt like it, we're saddled with a black man that actually really has no allegiance to anyone at this point, outside of maybe some of his Avengers friends, but still is kind of like tagging along and doing missions for the US, and then somehow not getting paid for it or something. No.
It's not that he's not getting paid. He has no credit or credit history.
Yeah, but then all the questions come up from the whole community. It's like, you don't need credit when you can't just call Pepper Potts. This is a slam dunk. Like, yo, you got people with money, dude. Like, what are you talking? Call up Doctor Strange. Have him do a quick number on your bank account. That ain't hard. Like, come, what are we talking about? But anyway, then you get that All Lives Matter speech because, okay, the problem with Sam Wilson is that he's one of those black people that believe that we live in a post-race society. That's the issue with Sam Wilson in general. And Carl is sitting there telling him, what America really is. And Sam knows what America really is, but some reason he's like, nah, man, if we get enough hope and change, then and I ain't trying to diss nobody. Look, hey, I voted too. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying where we at. So Sam, he's like, well, if we all just work together and just hunker down, what are you talking about? You and your sister about to lose everything from y'all parents, and you saved the world like what, twice, or at least was involved like 2-3 times. And you can't even. Come on, man, come on. And these people are now being displaced. They have a legitimate beef, and you ain't even trying to hear it. You just like, nah, you wrong. Why are they wrong? Like, you ain't even trying to hear nothing? Like, Sam is whack. But Sam is the black friend that white people talk about. When they're like, hey, Sam, he's my guy. That's that good old Sam there. And I don't hate this show.
And he broke and he can't fight.
Hey, look, man. All right, see this Sam slander going too far now. All right, this Sam slander going too far. This man getting an look. I'm sorry, Mike. Let you finish. Let me let you finish.
Nah, go. I'm gonna let it go. Carl Lumbly said it best. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it to you. What you got? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
All right. Look. One, I give this one. I got my 2 thumbs up for this one.
Uh-oh,
all right.
uh-oh.
I love this one. Number 1, obviously, Louisiana representation. I'm always gonna take it, and I'll be putting perfectly honest with you. I have not been an Anthony Mackie fan for long since she hate me way back in 2003.
Oh, wow.
I ain't really been an Anthony. I think he's, aside from his point when he was trying to be Will Smith light, I've always found him to be a very overrated actor. But that being said,
he is like corny, but he what we got.
But that's the thing. I felt like he finally has the character to actually build on. Like, this is finally we're getting a character that's like, yo, he doesn't have a definitive. I like what you say. He doesn't have a definitive side. Not everybody's gonna have a strong center. Like, you can't be crazy like Battlestar, who I consider to be far more the black friend.
Okay, I'll give you that. All right, I'll give you that. Yeah, Battlestar is definitely
right. But like, at least with Sam, like, he's willing to listen. All he's trying to do is like, look, I live in a world where I'm military trained. This has been the one thing that keeps my sense of self going forward. I found a person who I did a mission. And when you guys talk about like asking Pepper Potts and for after Tony and all that stuff, y'all be forgetting like this man also sided with Captain America after Civil War and fought against them during news. Civil War. I mean, it might be old news, but the man they never actually rectified. They kind of just
it was more simp move than anything.
I think Cap
was for registration. He would have been for registration.
Hey,
true.
Hey, you know what? Look,
his agency is tied to another white character, which I hate. But go ahead.
I think the problem is because it's the fact that it's it's being put against Captain America, and it's like, no, it's being put against a guy who gave him a mission, who showed him a purpose that he already was like, okay, I can help military people, but now we can go get exciting with it. Like, take me out of my boring post-military life. Was able to like now use the weapons that he had, because we all know that Falcon program really ain't a good weapon program until they actually did something with it now. And from there it's just like, he's just trying to keep the positive vision that Cap America had, which was, hey, we can be better. And you can say what you want, and Cap America's from 1942, and we might have some old ideas. Also, guy trying to learn. That's what it is. Now, and at least he took the time.
I forgot. This is another reason I'm gonna go full thumbs down. Now this is why this isn't actually a Sam thing. This is a production thing. They do the thing where the black guy is like asexual. Like, there's no woman that he's interested in. There's no woman that's interested in him. He doesn't even like look at a woman. He doesn't even like check. He's just like, oh, I'm not even. And hey, if you want to go on the other side, he don't look at a man. A man don't look at him. He don't.
For what it's worth, he was checking out Black Widow. He was trying to slam some. He was trying to get the yams at Black Widow.
Way back in Cap 2.
Hey,
that's the only time he on a team.
Hey,
with nothing but attractive women around him, and he keep meeting new superpower attractive women. And this is Anthony Mackie. Let me tell you something. You talk about Louisiana representation. I'm from New Orleans, born and raised. Nobody I know, none of my homies would have got on the Avengers and didn't try to smash none of the Avengers. Bruh. And I will point out, I'm gonna say this: Anthony Mackie is not an unattractive man, and he got a good physique. He'd have been smashing. Sorry.
I'm gonna keep. All right, gift. Last thing, and I'll throw it back to you. Also, remember the Dora came through. All right. So Shorty Doo-Wops from the motherland rolled through, and you ain't say nothing. Like before they roll back, I would have been like, hey, it's been a while since I seen, you know what I'm saying? Before you go back.
I just want to say, not only did they roll through, but he was in Wakanda for a couple movies. You mean to tell me he ain't seen Nakia? Nakia?
Hey, I wouldn't be looking. I'd be getting reoccurring cataract with Nakia knowing T'Challa right there. All right, I understand it.
Again, the Falcon. I have to pull rank on this one. The Falcon is from New Orleans. I am from Louisiana. I am from Louisiana.
They don't care about no relationships.
Louisiana cats. We ain't tripping off who your boyfriend is.
Nope.
We never tripping off that.
They ain't work. You could be full blown married. You could have got married just yesterday. They don't care.
This is Saint Augustine, New Orleans guy, not
Anthony Mackie and I
not Madonna 46.
Anthony Mackie and I went to the same art school. We was in the same vicinities in the same exact city. I know people just like him.
We're not talking about Anthony Mackie.
Hey, let's think about this.
We talking about Sam.
Nakia ain't got no sisters, no cousins. You know what I'm saying? Okoye ain't got a cousin or a best friend. Ain't nobody.
Okoye is recently divorced.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Look, brother would have been like, I heard what went on with your man. You know
I'd have been like,
if there's anything I could do.
I'd have been like,
look.
So T'Challa, I know my condolences to you and your daddy, but what's your mama's situation?
For whatever it's worth, let me at least throw this for Sam. Let me throw this for Sam.
All right.
I'm sure Sam is more so a Creole Red Bull guy to guy. All right. And so far we ain't seen no Creole Red Bull girl coming out through any of the Avengers. I don't feel like Sam's I like dark skinned women, and he's not a white girl.
Not how we roll.
Hey, I said Sam and St. Augustine. Boy, that man went to Brother Martin. All right,
35. We was on the same buses every day. Like, listen. No, son, I got a pull rank on you.
Yo, he could at least. It would have been nice to just see him like at least one time in Wakanda or somewhere. Be like, hey, your girl, she cool. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them joints. Like,
look, New World Order might give him a different kind of confidence.
All right, cool. All right,
New World Order. It's hard whenever you just all you can do is fly and you get your butt whooped by Ant-Man. Like it's embarrassing.
Oh yeah, he did get beat up by Ant-Man, but I guess I could let that slide. He's little, so I mean,
right. I'm not saying that he would have executed any of these plans. I'm just saying the New Orleans cat would have tried. Is all I'm saying.
That's fair.
At least throw it out there.
Right. He has yet to meet Tiana Parrish, Monica Rambeau yet, so it's still up in the air.
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm on the team. No comment.
Hey,
yo, Jimmy Shue, what's up with your girl? What's the situation?
Man, look, brother gonna be mad, accommodating and everything. Be like, this is where the new quarters are. If you need some help, everything's over here. They be like, yo, whatever my hero name is, they be like, he ain't helped me do nothing. Be like, all of a sudden he all helpful? Be like, yeah, man, look, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying to assist a new team member. Be like, I'm new too. Be like, oh yeah, well, you know, you be all right.
It's okay. Hey, where's White Vision? Where's White Vision? Tell him about the bus of Oedipus or whatever.
Yeah. Oh man, so you know, I mean, hey, look, I'm gonna leave Falcon alone. You know what I'm saying? The movie's there. I mean, the show is there. There are some cool fight scenes. I agree more with Carl Lumbly's character, but you know what I'm saying? I'll leave the last word to you, Gift.
I was gonna say, I love Carl Lumbly. I think that was an incredibly needed component for the MCU, and I think that's why one of the reasons why I have the highest. I still give it thumbs up. I think the Flag Smashers were terrible. I felt they were completely unnecessary, and clearly it was a product of pandemic writing. But
pandemic writing.
but like they were, the power broker was all right, but you know, Zemo, great. You know, what do you call it? Discount Captain America was great enough to hate. Like, it's great. Like, that man's whole career might be messed up after this because he's like almost as hated as the kid from Game of Thrones, but who literally had to quit acting after Game of Thrones. But yeah.
Sure,
so, yeah. But I got but this is also true. But like, yeah, again, I give Sam, like he tried, all right. He's trying to be too good, all right. He's trying to compensate. I give him his credit for trying, but you know, he had to learn. He had to settle down, and Lundberg gave him a little bit of the word. So there you go. My last words on it.
All right, so
I feel like there are actors that step into these roles. Chadwick, you know, like that, black actors that step into these roles, and they kind of throw their weight around just a tad bit. And I find it unfortunate that Anthony Mackie does not throw, especially at this juncture, doesn't throw his weight around, in my opinion, enough to infuse some of that New Orleans cat into the character, because I feel like it sorely needs that.
For what it's worth, I give a difference between what happened with Chadwick Boseman and what happened with Anthony Mackie, because Chadwick Boseman was at least first on the call sheet. Anthony Mackie never been first on the call sheet. Like, until this show, but even that, you had to like actually now first shift him into being in New Orleans or from New Orleans and actually be willing to have him do that. And then I think what we see moving forward will be him maybe being able to shift it, because Anthony Mackie talked about this in interviews. Like, yo, he needs a girl. Like, he actually literally said that in an interview. He was like, yo, I need to go get my girl. Like, this don't make any sense. So I feel like it's after this show that you get to now probably see the Anthony Mackie version of Sam.
Okay. So I want to move on to something that I think we can all agree on. Eternals. Can we just go in and all thumbs this down and skip, or do we have to?
No, I actually like the movie.
Oh no! Okay,
I actually like this movie.
Gift, hit it. Gift. No, you know what? Look. First, Jason Reed. How do you feel about it? Are we going thumbs up, thumbs down? Where you going?
Thumbs all the 2, 3 thumbs down. Like thumbs down. Like no thumbs. Gift, go ahead and do what you need. Go on, Gift.
Go on, Gift. Tell us how great it is to shoot in natural lighting and everything, and have a random sex scene that like means nothing. And
there's zero chemistry in this movie between anybody. Go.
I will. Yeah, this is true. I will admit that this was the wrong director. Nomadland was a fraud movie, and that allowed this woman to be able to get. Or was it Nomadland? Yeah, it was Nomadland.
It was fraud. It was fraud. Oh wait a minute, I didn't know that part.
No, I mean like the actor, the director who did that. Yeah. The one, yeah, she's the one that did Eternals, and that's why I say it's a fraud. She's a fraud director. Like independent directors get it, but I give Disney credit for allowing us to prove it wrong. But she can't do Eternals too. But with Eternals, the elements of what they needed to do was there. Like I understood where they're going for. I love the fact of being able to see the world develop over the course of time, like literally throughout history, and their little bits of impact. The biggest thing that just was a loss for me was not so much that there was too many characters, but it was they focused in on the wrong characters. Like removing what's his name, the Pakistani dude's character from the final third act made no sense.
Yeah, he just did. He was like, I'm done. No, I'm Switzerland. I'm out.
Right. You know, I love the fact that I actually even like the casting for it. Even with Angelina, surprised. The biggest miss was what they did with the Deviant. Like, you built up this evolving character, and this is why I'll credit, maybe not like so much thumbs up, but it's like 75, it's like 65% of the way up. Not quite medium, middle, because I did like it, but that Deviant ending was problematic. But being able to be like the internal conflict that your entire purpose in life is to destroy planets, is to prep planets to get destroyed. I love that this was the reoccurring theme across board. Xiao Mai just did not portray it great, which hurt it, but the elements were all there to make it kick off.
Okay.
And so for me, it was like once I could shift through, it's like shifting through like dirt to find a gold. Once you shifted through those pieces, and you know, I was able to get it. But the one other thing was they still haven't addressed this freaking half body outside the ocean. This is the biggest aggravation of my life that has come to this phase.
That's kind of
it
a
is
big
the
deal.
single biggest. It is the single big. Like I can live with the fact that whole tectonic plates have completely shifted because of this big thing that came out, and nobody seems to be affected. I can live with the fact that nobody went into flooding because of the level of ocean rising that had to have existed from that. I can live with the fact that there was no climate change differentiation. But the fact that a giant mountain with a finger pops out of nowhere, and over the course of the entire phase,
you can probably see that from the moon. The implications. All right. So I want to give a shout out. Keith from Blurdish is up in here. Say what up, Keith.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Swinging through. I don't know how long it will be. I see Jason and Giff up here, so I'm sure it's about to be long-winded and loud.
So Keith, real quick, thumbs up or thumbs down on Eternals?
Oh well, here's the truth, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all.
Yes.
It don't even get a thumbs up, thumbs down. It got it incomplete. I didn't see that. I ain't even waste my time.
You missed out. You missed out.
Oh, you missed out. All right. Like, okay, so all right. So peep this. That huge body that comes out. All right. First, you're talking about like massive earthquakes, or at least give us something. Show us that like a large tidal wave hit the nearest beach or something. I don't know. Something. Give us something, man. Like, and then just the none of the characters were really important. Makari, they was just like, stay your butt on the ship. I was like, what happened to Makari? And I was like, oh, here she is. She was just chilling on the ship for years.
Mm-hmm. Can I say this about
like decades? And then,
just the way that the Chloe's out. No hate on her, but
I do.
Just the way that they were talking about it, and she was talking about natural lighting. I know that's like an inside joke with Mike. He talk about it all the time. I'm like, it was at a time where I wasn't really like, everybody's typically down on phase 4, but I was very sit down on that one. I'm like, first of all, it's the Eternals. Nobody don't care about the Eternals. Let's talk. Like, other than looking at it as an art piece or something. But I was just like, I mean, if they don't use it, the only thing I thought Eternals was going to do was somehow introduce us to X-Men or the possibility.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah. And it's funny, the thing about Chloe is that she's one of those people that spends so much time talking about how she shoots stuff and the stuff she's shooting be whack. And then on the flip, you have someone, and I'll throw this out, you'll have someone like Parker Finn, who sort of seemingly came out of nowhere, but he's probably been putting it down for a while, but he did a movie this year, a horror movie called Smile. And it was from a short film that he got picked up from South by Southwest. Now, the way he films that is like incredible. it's like, yo, this isn't like your basic cheap jump scare stuff. Like this dude is really freaking me out. He
I
knows what
mean,
he's doing. Or whoever the director is from Prisoners. I can't remember that, whoever directed that. But
I'm
you don't see these people like, oh well, the way I film in natural light when the sun hits. Oh, shut up.
Yeah,
The movie's
but
it's
this
whack.
the you're speaking the difference between the annoying, pretentious art nerd and the actual person who knows. Let me just make a film for the people. Like I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell my feelings versus I want to be an
like
artiste, an
I ain't really
auteur.
I ain't
By the
really
time
messing with that type of crowd right now. Shout out to James Cameron. Not really gonna see Avatar.
Oh,
So
dude, I heard it's worth it. I heard
oh
it's
no,
worth
I
it. The man
heard
did it again.
otherwise.
Don't
I
don't bet
heard it was
against.
not.
I'll say this on the technology side. Don't bet against
Yeah,
James
the
Cameron.
technology side, story
Oh,
wise,
Oh
oh,
no, I heard the story is fugazi. Like all his stories are like.
the story
Just
is
whatever we like.
there
The man did
is no
Titanic.
story. It's literally the same from the first one. It is
Yeah, look.
dude.
The man said, "Hey, I did Titanic and I gave you Terminator. I don't need to give you no more
and I
stories."
ain't gotta give him no more
But
money.
see, I'm about to say, you do need to give me some story if you want this $12. You
Like,
better
James-
give me some story.
James Cameron is essentially here to just push
New tech.
film technology forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
100%.
like because everything he's done technology wise, no matter what film
It's
it is,
great.
you like, oh snap, like he going to another level. Like
Yeah.
so, like even to this film where he's doing like motion capture in the water, like dude's on another level. But back to Chloe Zhao.
I
Like
need to judge
Raw.
what it looks like. I'm not gonna see it in theaters, so I'm not gonna get that IMAX experience. But when it be on Disney Plus, and I ain't got nothing else to watch on Wednesday,
I'll watch it on
all the
Disney
Netflix
Plus.
stuff, I'll check it out. And it better look good, because if it looked like because let's say this, he did have a great effect on film technology 20 years ago when the first one came out or whatever, but technology has gone up and down. Not even down, up since then. Like if I watch it, and I'm like in game, and I'm not like in game is good too. Okay.
Mike,
Like if I watch that, I'm gonna be mad.
Mike, just remember this. I heard the frame rate drops to 30. Just save that for a second, a couple. That movie costs too much. Where it ain't 60 FPS and higher, it should never drop.
Now let me ask this: how does somebody know whether the frame rate drops or not, and they
You
ain't
can
got the
measure it.
actual file to do it? Like, I
I
mean,
bet you Chloe's out know it.
Chloe-
Chloe's out know it.
No. That's too much technology. You gotta keep it natural and normal. All right, like we want to be connected.
I want to shoot on film. I want to shoot. No, I don't even want to shoot. I don't even want to shoot on film that's made today. I want to shoot on film that was made years ago, so it's
Yeah, I
even
want-
more real.
I want to
That has a
rotate.
little bit of dirt
I
on
want
it.
to rotate the thing around so I can just see it in stop motion. We get,
I found this thing called a Polaroid. I found this thing called a Polaroid, and the fuzziness and the texture of the photos.
Oh boy. So basically, you know what I'm saying?
She a fraud.
The movie's whack. We'll move on. So
semi-whack. Only
Eternals
because, again, she's a fraud.
Gets my greatest failure of Phase 4. Period.
I'll give
I
you
don't
that.
know about it. I have
Nah,
I
I think
got
you
it.
know
I'll
what?
say- no,
Actually,
see,
I'll take
for
that
me,
back.
I'm gonna say for me. And, y'all pick how y'all want.
Oh,
Can't even get my butt.
Jason
one
Jason
thing
has
that's
introduced
worse
me to something that takes the cake.
There's
But
one thing that's worse than Eternals.
yes,
Yeah,
there is
Eternals.
something that's worse than Eternals. But
I'm
Yes.
just gonna say this, and it ain't She-Hulk, but that's for y'all. I don't care. If you can't,
It's not She-Hulk.
Sorry.
I agree.
If you can't get me into the theater to see your movie, fail, incomplete.
Yeah, but I mean, the
Yeah,
other
but
thing came on at your house. I mean, you could do that to let it.
I
You gotta
didn't
make
even
it
watch
better.
it at my house. Did
Make
I
it
get
better.
zero? Yeah.
so all right, peep this. The next one I'm gonna go on and start off with this one. No Way Home. All right, now I know there's some detractors on here, so I'm gonna get started first.
Seriously?
No Way
Oh,
Home.
Sway?
No Way Home. I'm going to give this a thumbs up. It's
Oh.
enjoyable. It was entertaining. Yes, Peter Parker has his Peter Parker-y issues,
Oh, right.
and Peter Parker essentially made the whole movie happen because he's dumb and doesn't listen. But but I ain't going front, man. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I was born in 1982. I am now 40 years old.
Let's
When
go.
I was young, the best thing we had, God bless him, was like Xena and Hercules.
And
right?
Hercules, right?
Okay. Now,
Yo!
when I saw 3 Spider-Men jump up, swing together, and then one swung the other one through the bruh, I was, man, look, come on. All right. That's gotta be worth something. All right. It's gotta be worth something.
Worth a lot. Bruh, they fixed Jamie Foxx's teeth and hairline.
Oh snap! You know what? They did fix him up. They did. True that. They did fix him. So
Jamie Foxx fixed himself.
I mean, the man fixes hairline every other day, so you know you just gotta go with it.
I'm not letting y'all give Jamie credit for giving all the credit for Jamie's look. Come on now.
Can't let me have a joke. God.
Oh man, but yeah,
how dare you?
I think it was a good way to kind of like wrap everything up, to give a Spider-Versarian kind of feel, and kind of like give a little send off to the other actors that had been Spider-Man before. I thought it was nice. I enjoyed it. I was entertained. That fight scene with, you know, the fight scene with your boy the Green Goblin. Yo, like I know Peter Parker been doing his thing in his little movies, but he found somebody with some real hands. So I'm gonna say right there, 2 thumbs up. Much love to No Way Home. I'm gonna throw it to Keith right now. Keith, how you feeling about that?
I feel pretty much the same way. 2 thumbs up. It was kind of one of the major things we were waiting on in Phase 4, and it didn't disappoint for me. It had a little cheese on it, but at the same time, it, like you just said, it gave him a true, real villain that he had to deal with to test this Peter Parker. I didn't really care about, say, Amazing Spider-Man to come back because I hated Amazing Tooth, and I don't really like that guy as Peter Parker. Even though he was a weak link, he wasn't the weakest part of the movie. I hated the whole sling ring thing, but they just, all right, let me just gonna do some stuff.
Yeah, that went too long for me.
That went too long, but I'll give this to Andrew Garfield. I think he's an okay Spider-Man, terrible Peter Parker.
Yo.
But I did like some of the jokes or whatever, when they kind of like laughing at him on the slick, like, you really are the saddest, pitiful Spider-Man as a whole. But you like Toby, you know, he's looking a little old back there. He had the back problems, but it was cool. But they went there, you know, they killed Aunt May. They made you have the sad Peter Parker ending where he had to go make his own Spider-Man suit. So it addresses.
Homie became a seamstress in like a couple days, but we'll let that go.
I know, yeah, you know.
Or I guess not a seamstress, a seamster. Whatever.
He had to become a costume designer.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. It gave me what I needed. It gives me wanting me to look for more Spider-Man. 2 thumbs up. I like it.
All right, Jason. Come on, Jason. Go on and give me that thumbs down.
Of course he did.
I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. I'm only going to give it 1 thumb up.
Oh.
And for some of the reasons that you mentioned, nostalgia saved the hell out of this movie. Toby, and even though I wasn't a huge fan of the Andrew Spider-Man movies, this movie did make me like rethink my positions on it. I enjoyed the 3 Spider-Men together. I think that is the saving grace of a pretty dumb movie. Because it's dumb. Don't get me wrong. It's dumb.
Hold me, Lord. Hold me.
Now is the movie dumb or is Peter dumb? Because I would consider
I find both dumb.
Oh, okay.
Be a little dumb.
But at the same time, the nostalgia of Spider-Man swinging and just the ambition of that is cool. I do not like sad Peter at the end. I think that's dumb. I think the coolest thing about this new Spider-Man was that he had a team and his team was safe. And I keep waiting for this Spider-Man to get his own agency. First movie, he's Tony Stark's son. Second movie, there's the legacy of Tony Stark, and he's simping for Mysterio. And then Nick Fury comes in. He's not even really Nick Fury, but at the same time, he's like, Peter, you gotta help me. Tell me what to do. This movie, I thought, so he gonna man up and show us that they're gonna show us that he's Spider-Man of Spider-Mans. Not really. Aunt May dies, dumb. So, a lot of dumb stuff, but again, I'm not gonna go back into it. But nostalgia saves this movie. I'm giving it 1 thumb up, but it's like it's like a little thumb. It's like a baby
a little baby thumb.
Wow.
All right. Gift, where you at?
Yo, I told you WandaVision was 3 million thumbs up.
Oh my God.
No Way Home. That was 3.5 million thumbs up. This movie was the best thing of Phase 4, hands down. Hands down. I mean,
Black Panther?
Hey, yes. Yes. I will bring. Don't get me wrong. It ain't. I sent for nobody but good movies. All right, and this one hit from your nostalgia. Obviously, it revived and made the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man way better than it was depicted in the second one. I agree with you, Keith. The second one, but I do feel like Andrew Garfield grew into being a better Peter Parker and Spider-Man than Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker and Spider-Man. But I love the wisdom of Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker, and I love the fact that where I disagree with you big time, Jason, is that Tom's Spider-Man did have his agency. It took him 3 movies to finally get it, and basically to lose everybody. But he finally got it because of the fact that he was like, hey, I finally have to do things on my own.
He needed 2 other Spider-Men to tell him what to do.
Hey, look, we all need our support every once in a while. We need.
How
look,
did you get this way?
Hey, look.
So many promises.
Oh, this one, it was great. I mean, I look, I have really 3 big meetups of my life that have really made the kick. Number 1 was when the Power Rangers met up with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers in space. All right.
Wow.
Number 2 was Xena and Hercules hooking up in that one.
Oh yeah,
and
they did happen.
3, right. And number 3 was all 3 of these Spider-Man coming together, and we got the best version of what I thought was going to be a very tired character, Green Goblin. I've never felt any threat of Green Goblin until this movie. It's reminded me of whenever they actually made Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman legit at the end of Batman versus Superman, where that whole movie was trash, but that scene basically saved it.
That dude killed a dude by slamming his head on the ground or something. His whole back went backwards. That scene, there was Batman doesn't kill. I'm like, oh yes he do.
You're about to get me started. Get me started.
Oh Lord,
Batman been killing people since 1987.
What I'm saying is the general
Batman had 2
fandom
Gatling
says
guns
that.
on that two Gatling guns on that thing. He bust up in
This is
everybody.
This is
so don't act like Batman ain't been killing nobody.
Batman got all the goods.
Exactly. I 100% facts. And that's why I felt with this Green Goblin. We got a Green Goblin that kills for real. And I love the fact that the curse words is with great power comes great responsibility. I feel like that should be the curse word for anybody who says it to Spider-Man. Hey, great power comes great responsibility. Die. All right.
Yeah, can I just throw this in? Again, shout out to a boy who plays the Green Goblin. I feel like him bringing back the Green Goblin helped me forget the BS of what's his name?
Oh, the horrible
Spider-Man.
Vulture. Oh.
No, not the Vulture. I'm going Spider-Man.
No, you're talking about from Amazing Spider-Man. That
No.
horrendous.
I'm talking about original Spider-Man 3 when old boy he's trash.
Dave Franco.
Franco.
Franco played Galby Jr.
Is it Andrew Franco? What's his boy?
No,
James.
James
Yeah,
Franco,
James.
and then his brother
Andrew Franco.
He's just making up Franco brothers. But that was such like, because I didn't really, because like by the time Spider-Man 3 came out, I was like, oh my god, it's a lot of goblin stuff, and it's like the only one that got it is the dad, and it's just like, and I just love how he hammed it up. Like, if I'm gonna be my last time playing a goblin, you gonna remember my stupidity, my insanity.
Yes,
Yo.
and it was legit. It was absolutely legit.
Willem Dafoe is fire in pretty much everything he does. I mean, he gonna get me and he gonna have fun. I mean,
I'm just saying, we needed that man to come back to make me forget about Spider-Man 3.
But yeah, man. That's all I say. It just this movie, yes, #1 movie in Phase 4, #1 content from Phase 4.
Oh,
hands
okay,
down.
okay.